Hi everyone, it's Pam with Silver and Sparkles, and I have some fun things on my desk for us today. These are super easy, but I wanted to hopefully spark some ideas and some creativity for you guys as you're getting ready for the holidays. So these are made with the first digital I have for my patrons over on my Patreon site. So let me show you what they are. There is a page of these super cute fussy cuts. Look at that. So there's some stamps, turkeys, lots of turkeys, some pumpkins, Thanksgiving, thankful. So it's kind of on a Thanksgiving theme. I guess you could use them for just fall, like the thankful one. This one says go team. There's a little gnome with some pumpkins. So, some of them can be more just kind of gratitude. Thankful mom. But the turkeys scream Thanksgiving, don't they? So there's that page. And then I made what can be little place cards, like name cards, or like if you have some different foods or things and you want to label it on your table, or you just kind of want to make things extra special. I'll show you some of the ones I've made this holiday season. You could use these for your meal, or I don't know, if you're having friends over, I don't know, just for something fun. I did some that have some embellishments, and I did some that are plain, and then I did just two larger ones just because I thought for embellishing and doing fun things, the larger size might be fun. I am probably for my Thanksgiving table going to use this size just because we're going to have quite a few people this year and all the food, and I think this size, this is just a sample I made with my daughter Julie's name on it. And you can embellish them a lot. You can just use them how they are, and you don't even have to. Here's one that I made larger, and I put my name on it, but I can glue something else on here if I decide to use this for something else. And I put the thankful mom. I popped it up with some Pop-Tarts on the back, just trying to get an idea of which size and what embellishments I like. Here's one I haven't written on yet. Now, other ideas for these, because a lot of us, I don't do name cards normally at our holiday meals. I just thought it might be a fun touch this year just for something different. But these can be used in a journal, like for writing space journaling cards. You could print a neutral on the back and just use these, even as cards, especially the blank ones. But if you're doing a fall journal, there's one with these cute little geese. It's the here's two of the geese. So there's a goose from that little image. So you really can, I think, use these for lots of things. And then, of course, the blank ones could end up being a nameplate on a journal, right? You can cut these apart. So quite a few things I think you're going to be able to use these for if you like them. So again, to get these, they're available at all levels of my patrons over on Patreon. The digital is $3 a month, and you get at least 2 one-page digitals. This one's 4 pages, and there'll be another drop later in November. You can also purchase them individually over there, just like you might buy something on Etsy. It's definitely cheaper if you do the monthly thing, but I know a lot of people don't like to do that. So anyway, this is available, this little kit, if you're interested. But you can make your own nameplates and decorate and hopefully get ideas from other papers and stickers and things like that you might have on hand. It would be fun just to go to like Michael's or Hobby Lobby and get some cute stickers and fold over some cardstock and decorate, right? So this has a goose and one that says Happy Thanksgiving. So sweet. And then a bow and a strip of glitter. I had 2 different kind of, in the thing it looked orange, and when I put it, it went more towards pink, but I still like it. And I put the little pink bow, and I just left these with the little bow that I've printed on the back. So sweet, right? And what else did I do? Oh, this one I broke cranberry sauce. Most of us know what cranberry sauce is, but you know how sometimes if you've got food out, you might want to label, or if something has nuts in it, you might want to do that, or if something's gluten-free, that type of thing, you could mark it. Just put a little flower on that one. This one, I just put one of the stamps on the back you know, where the bow is, just to make it look a little different. Say Happy Thanksgiving. And then these two larger ones, or this larger one and then this little one. So I have some of the fussy cuts and I have some of the cards, and I'm just going to hopefully show you guys some ideas. I did not ink these. We certainly could. I don't know. I was just kind of thinking of keeping them a little cleaner. I wanted to try this size that's blank and see what I could come up with. Again, there's the ones that are just pre-made, super easy, you know, that you could use. Again, if you have, I was even thinking at the holidays, even though these aren't Christmas themed, you could do the blank ones, put a little, you know, Christmas sticker or a Christmas fussy cut, like if you're doing a cookie swap or something like that, and put, you know, what, have people fill them out when they come in, that kind of thing. Another idea I had while I'm looking at my little guys is I think it would be cute to have, like, if you want to have your family members or, you know, whoever's sharing the holiday with you, write on one of these, and it could be one of the decorated ones too, what they're thankful for. You know, some people will do that and then save those or put them in a, like a holiday journal. I may try to make my kids do that this year and then save them all for my fall journal. So that might be fun to have something to look back on. So see the blank one, and you can have people, you know, you can let them write their own name. You could, of course, part of the fun is writing it ahead of time and putting it in everybody's place, right? So that just has that little pumpkin there, and that's cute. I really like the stamps on the back. I think they're really sweet. Here's a little candle with a pumpkin, a piece of pumpkin pie. I saw on, I'm going to glue this one down. I saw like somebody, and I'm not that witty, but they came up with like things, and they wrote on their little place cards like reserved for the pumpkin pie lover and reserved for the one who always grabs the turkey leg, and, you know, just funny things like that. So you could also, if you know your family, you could do some funny things and make them figure out which one is them. All right, so I mean, that you could go as simple as that, right? So easy. I have shown you guys how I've done these glitter strips before, but I'm gonna do one, or do some glitter on one of the large ones, just in case you've missed those videos and you want to see how I do that. And this was not my idea. There are lots of people that do this, but I just used some two-sided tape, and I think I'm gonna stay with putting it kind of along the bottom there, and then we'll do some other decorating on this one too. And this is a 1/4 inch. It seems to fit pretty well on this one and the tiny one. The tiny card. I tried to make the small one kind of the traditional place card size you'd have like at a reception or a wedding or something like that. Okay, so two-sided tape. And when I went to snip the tape off, I actually snipped my card just a touch. I don't think we'll notice. All right, pull your tape up. And then I'm going to do this in the darker orange. Whoa. And just pour your glitter on it. And make a mess, because that's what we do with glitter. I'll be sparkly all day. And you can just knock it off. And I usually go through with my finger and just press it into the tape. But, you know, I mean, it stays and it really doesn't shed much or anything. So there you go. So really your only danger with having too much of a mess is right when you're doing it. Once you get it on there, you're pretty good to go. Okay. And I've had these little jars of glitter for years and years and years and years. I don't use glitter that often, but I use them and they still look full. So that's kind of fun too. Okay, so we have a glitter strip, super cute. Every time, and again, I think I'm going to use the small ones, but I see this guy, he looks sort of like a, I don't know, a gorilla holding a turkey, and they have matching hats and a pumpkin. I don't know. It just makes me think of my brother. Not that he looks like that, just that I think it's because it reminded me, or it reminds me of the abdominal snowman, which I know it looks nothing like that, but he was always afraid of that when we were kids. Anyway, I just thought it was funny. All right, I probably do not need 4 pop dots for the size of this. Not quite sure why I put 4 on here. And you don't have to pop them up. I'm just trying to make these, you know, a little cute and special. I might use these just in a journal. So I'm not going to put names on them right now. And should we do a bow on this one as well? I don't really have, I've just been using my seam binding, and I've used most of it. I'm trying not to buy anything right now. I'm trying to be good. I could dye some orange, but I've just used most of those colors up. And like, here's like a fun rusty color, but I don't think there's enough. So I'll go back to, I think this one I used, or something close to it. And it looks good. It's actually a little different from that, but it will be just fine. And we're gonna tie a little bow. And there you go. And if you like the idea of place cards, but you don't really want like kind of these whimsical turtles and little images and things, if you have like sitting here on my desk from something I was working on, this is from my fall gratitude kit. Like if you have that kit, those, we'll do one with that. That would be really pretty, wouldn't it? With some, just like a pretty leaf on there. And again, you can just cut cardstock or print a pretty pattern that you like on cardstock and then cut them out. You might even have something that has like a little stripe or a little polka dot. You know, I mean, they don't have to be these for this very simple project we're doing today. I'm going to set those there. All right, I think it'll look better if I kind of cut around the leaf. So let's just see, instead of the square shape, I'm not gonna do like a super fancy fussy cut, but again, a really quick way, I think, to make some fun little name cards would be, you know, get a pack of stickers. Or if you like to stamp, I used to do that all the time. Especially, like I said, when we would do like cookie swaps, I would stamp little cards and fold them over. And then when people would come in, when my friends would come in with their cookies for the cookie swap, they could write here like mint chocolate brownies by Pam, whatever, and everybody would also bring the recipe cards, but then this could stand there by that plate of cookies or whatever when we were tasting, and everybody could see. So yeah, this would be super, it's super cute. So whichever way, you could do multiple ones. Let's also pop the leaf up, because why not, right? Oh, look, and I even have a leaf here. It must have been stuff on my desk, because this is not part of those fussy cuts. Don't know where that leaf came from. Okay, but I have been doing a lot of fall crafts recently, so you never know. Okay, well, let's get this down. If you're enjoying this and you like the ideas, please make sure you give a thumbs up and drop me a comment and let me know what you're thinking. If you happen to be one of my current patrons and you're enjoying it, let people know, you know, if you don't mind sharing, that would be awesome. I get a lot of questions about it, and I just appreciate y'all's support. It really does. Every little bit, you know, helps, and it really does make a difference for me as a full-time creator. So thank you. All right. And I know not everyone can do that, and that's totally fine, but I appreciate those of you that are able to and choose to. How's that? All right, I'm going to do a piece of this crocheted ribbon. I'm just trying to decide which one I want to do. I think I want to do this one. And I'll do it across the top since I've got that leaf on there. All right. So again, you can just kind of get out your pretties and start playing if you want to. And like I said, I don't usually do this, but I just thought, you know, let's do something different this year. Why not? My best friend Jennifer, who was one of my college roommates, and my brother will be with us this year. My brother's almost always with us for Thanksgiving, but Jennifer, different years she's been able to come, and this is a year she's going to be able to come and spend it with us. So we'll have a few, or we'll have an extra family member with us this year. Cute. And I don't know what it would look like. It may get to be too much. We may just use one of these with a little flower here in a second. But, you know, we could also add some sparkle. There's nothing that says we can't. I don't know. Even though that's two things over here, I kind of like it. I wonder if I'd like one of the smaller ones. There's kind of like that big one. Oh, that's the little size. I'm going to keep that out. I'm going to use it on a different one here in a minute. Or, you know what we could do? We could do like, whoa, look at me. Whoops, just dropped it. I'm not going to dig around for that right now. Okay, I'm thinking we could do like 1, 2, 3, something like that. That's kind of pretty. This one, like I said, I can use it for anything, but I'm almost thinking this is so pretty, I'm going to want to use it in a journal. And if they don't get messy, if you decide to use these at dinner, even if they have someone's name on them, you know, especially if I spend time like this decorating them, I may gather them up and use them in a journal because, like, I don't mind having a journal card, like, that has, I don't know, like Dan, my husband's name, or whatever, Jennifer, Joe, you know, one of the kids, Emily, have their name on there. And then if I want to do some journaling, I could write like what I'm thankful for about Emily, or, you know, what we cooked together this year at Thanksgiving, something like that. You know, it could still work. Oh yeah, I like that one. So use embellishments that you have. Now I used on one of these little ones and I thought it was really cute. So let's take one of these that's already decorated with this sweet little girl pumpkin, or she's not a pumpkin, turkey. She's a turkey, y'all. And I have some of these little flowers, again, that have been in my stash for quite a while. Now there's a little leaf motif up there, but I could cover it up maybe with one of these and then, you know, put the sparkle in there. I did, like this one for my daughter, Julie, I did it off to the side. This one didn't have the little thing up there. Again, they're all just a touch different. I'm going to do that though. I mean, I like that little leaf, but I think it looks kind of weird if I put it somewhere else and then that leaf is there. So, tiny touch of glue. Another little touch. And there we go. Pop it on there. And I'm getting to use some things from my stash too, which is nice because a lot of these little bits and pieces. All right, so let's see if we can come up with another idea. It seems to be a little easier for me to be somewhat creative on the larger ones, which was kind of a last minute. I want some large cards to decorate and play with, which I'm glad I did. And of course you can print just the page you want if these are the ones I want to play with. And they're two fit on a page at this size. So, Okay, I was thinking of making this one be like a card. So thankful, and then you can open it up, you know, have a message for someone, or we could layer a piece of paper in there and then decorate the back a touch. So I'm going to just glue it down because it's got lots of little curly cues. I don't know if curly cues, but, you know, little pieces. There was that little curly on the thing, the T there. All right, so we've got thankful. And again, super cute, just like that, but we can keep going. I think I like the little goose. I also love this darling. I'll save her. She is just precious. She printed really cute as well. What do I want to put on the back? I think I'm going to put one of the stamps. So the front already says thankful. So maybe, you know, and I am thankful for coffee. It looks like they're drinking coffee. So maybe I'll put these little darlings on the back. And again, this can be a card you give to someone. This can be a journaling card. Oh, but that fit in there perfectly. So that makes me happy. Whoops, there's a little glitter. I don't know, I may leave it. Maybe we will, let's see what I have in some different kinds of ribbon. Like, what would it look like? Ugh. If I cut a piece of this, I'm going to cut it thinner. You guys know how I've been just trimming these sometimes in half or even smaller, so it's not so wide. I think that color will look okay. Whoops, everything is sticking to me today. And then let's do a cute bow. A cute bow. Of course we're going to do a cute bow. Why would I do an ugly bow? If it looks ugly, we'll redo it. Saying a cute bow seemed a little redundant because I wouldn't leave one that's not cute on my project, would I? Need to start over. Wasn't that it wasn't cute, it was just the tail was way too short. Okay. If I had made the section just a touch longer, this would have been a little easier to do. I need to reorganize my desk just a touch so that I can have a place that's safe to have my water. I noticed this on my live the other day too, and right now I'm thirsty. And they say if you notice you're thirsty, you're already kind of dehydrated. So I need to, but I'm always leery about bringing, even though I have a lid and everything on it, my drink over here because I don't want to spill water on my paper. But I'm sure I could reorganize and have a place to set it where it would be okay. All right. Just different, you know. Thankful, can write, and it's got that cute little stamp on the back. So these little fussies and stamps and images are just too, I mean, just make this so easy and so fun. I really want to use that turkey. And she has a little bit of pink to her. So I think I'm going to try running some glitter along the side and see what it looks like if I kind of have a stripe of glitter going vertically. I can find the end of my tape. And then have her there. And if I don't like it, we'll do something else. But I think I'm going to like it, and I'm going to use that kind of orangey pink glitter. I get this trimmed off. Okay. So I need to get my piece of paper again. And let's see what we can do. So these don't take, I mean, again, you could really go to town, I guess, and do a lot of decorating, but I think it's fun sometimes to have a fairly brief crafting session and just make sure I get that covered good. And you have a whole pile of them. I talk about that a lot. I like having a whole pile of things. It is nice. Okay. There we go. I always try to remember to put that lid back on. Okay, so what I was thinking is, you know, just to give it a different touch. Yeah, and I like her there. Let's pop her up though. Because again, why not, right? I think I mentioned I used to use these all the time when I made cards and did scrapbooking. But they're fun. All right. So please let me know what you think. Let me know if you like the images, the little fussy cuts, and if you're thinking about Thanksgiving. It's the beginning of November, and I wanted to go ahead and do a project with these in early November. So I hope you like them and enjoy them. And got a few ideas. I think I'm just going to leave that one like that for now. Oh, wait, I got to put something back here because this, you know, and I wanted to use this one too. I definitely will. But, all right, that's, I think that might even be the same or close to the same little turkey. So we'll put her, cover up that oval with this. I like the oval. I put it there, but I don't know. Gives the back a little something extra. And if, you know, you wanted this to turn into more like, you know, a card to give, like, look at that. Oh, that's cute. Let's do that. Can't help it. It says Thanksgiving. Yeah. Very, very cute. And again, easy. I think it looks special. It's a different size for a card. I would enjoy receiving that. All right, so here are all these that I made before I got on camera. Let me move all my baby pieces. And then we have some that we've made together that I think are just as sweet. So I hope you like these, and we'll make some. Okay, everybody? Have a great day. Until next time, thanks for watching.